calf slicers and fights. And just like we saw in the promo there, this kid is well-rounded. He's a very aggressive striker on top of having all those submission skills as well.
Yeah, both sides of this fight really have that deep experience that we don't always see on the Contender Series. Both of them capable of finding a finish late in the fight.
And there are some friends watching back at home north of the border in St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada, rooting on Kovanchek. He wants to be the latest and greatest Canadian to earn a UFC contract through the Contenders Series, and certainly his teammates and Niagara top team feel like he can do it. Rafael Uchebu, 30 years young, from Liverpool, England, calls himself a Scouser from Liverpool. Says, you know about Scousers, they never get knocked out. He's been around this sport for a long time. His dad used to put on a local MMA show in Liverpool. He started training at 13 or 14, and he's somebody that Sean Shelby is very familiar with.
Rafael is the type of fighter where, you know, he's just good everywhere. His striking is equal to his grappling. He's comfortable wherever the fight goes, and he fights loose. His hands are loose. He throws a lot of high kicks, takes some chances in there, and if it does hit the ground, he takes chances on the ground too, especially, you know, if he's off his back.
He takes chances because he's such a confident fighter. And it was funny, I was watching his last fight, and I noticed the confidence actually during the walkout. He's walking out to It's Raining Men, which I found to be a really interesting pick for a walkout song. I messaged him about it. He said it was actually a prank that his coaches played on him. He said, listen, I'm not married to my walkout song. I don't need that in order to be able to perform inside the octagon. And like Sean Shelby said, this guy is literally dangerous anywhere the fight goes. Very tall, very long for 135, and man, he's just sharp. He's super sharp.
Yeah, and he's dangerous, like we talked about. I mean, that triangle choke, I watched that just today, and the way he transitioned that, the way he transitioned to arm bars sometimes, very well versed everywhere this fight goes for this young man.
10-1 coming in with 9 finishes is Rafael Uchebu. Time now for the tale of the tape. Uchebu, the older man by 3 years, and has a significant reach advantage. He is the minus 140 favorite over the Canadian Cody Kovanchek. And Herb Dean, our referee for our first fight of the year.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
This fight clock brought to you by Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the UFC. Uchebu in the red. And that's straight right on Kovanchek.
Immediately mixing in, trying to get this fight to the ground, but there's that head kick that Sean Shelby was talking about from this young man.
He's going to try to take it back from here. You might have to dig that back. Watch the knee, watch the knee.
Oh, lands a knee to the midsection.
Uchebu super dangerous with those long kicks. That's what I meant when I was talking about how sharp he is. It's not just that his technique is sharp. Everything about him just has this, like, I don't know, roughness to it, because he's so lean, and when he lands the knees and the elbows, even the jab, everything just feels so
snappy.
Snappy and painful. That's the word, Dan. Thank you.
He's got Kovanchek seemingly a little out of himself right now, too. He seems a little bewildered in there. He's got to land something, try to get himself back into this fight, both mentally and physically. And again, he's throwing that leg kick that you see Uchebu all over. Oh, big fence back there. Oh, and a nasty elbow. I don't know what you do about that.
Wow. Don't give him the overhook.
That can change things in a hurry.
That elbow is devastating.
I just don't like that it potentially came off of a bench grab.
Uchebu with a very active game off of his back. We'll see what he can set up here. Uchebu so far working with his body triangle closed. Not necessarily going to be able to set up any offense while he still has that closed, but
I think this is good, though. Normally, I hate seeing guys hold the body triangle from the bottom, but after you've been rocked that, and you're kind of trying to still get your wits about you, this is smart. Just hold him. Don't let him do any ground and pound. Get yourself collected, and then start to look for offense from there.
Yeah,
and hopefully we can pull up. Here it is here. There's the elbow. I want to see the potential fence grab. Oh, he's locking it up, though. He's got an omoplata. It's loose.
Those long legs are so tricky. Kovanchuk passing, though.
Yep, he's tight. Beautiful, buddy.
You can see that reach advantage come into play for Uchebu.
That was a nasty elbow. Those elbows, when you're defending up against the fence, they land right on the temple.
Yeah.
You don't see it coming. Usually your head's down, you're in on a shot. Here we go, Uchebu trying to isolate that arm so he can get that right leg back through.
Kovanchuk doing a good job staying nice and tight here.
5 of the 10 wins for Uchebu have been by submission. Kovanchuk coming in with 2 submission wins, a calf slicer and a rear naked choke.
Uchebu still has wrist control on the left side of Kovanchuk, and that's what's preventing him from really being able to land any significant damage here, because he knows he's in danger of possibly getting that arm shoved through for a triangle. Was fishing for Kimura earlier.
Trying to land some elbows of his own is Uchebu.
And this is a guy, Uchebu, who we know is dangerous with his guard. But at this point, after you've been rocked that bad, and you've been on your back for a while, you've played your guard, you've tried out a few things. I think at this point now, with these ground and pound shots, you got to work to get back up. And great job.
Kovanchuk,
Kovanchuk.
Heavy ground and pound, still going.
This is the damage, right? Like the submission attempts have not been that deep, but that damage is absolutely significant.
Especially after rocking him badly with that elbow. He kind of got overwhelmed right in the beginning of the fight, but we talked about he needs something to happen here to get him in this fight. Well, I'll tell you what, that elbow will certainly do it.
Yes, it did. Trying to land some more ground and pound with 20 seconds to go here in the first round of our first fight of the night.
Don't headbutt, hey.
He's trying to elbow, but his head did come down a little bit with that. Got warned there from Herb Dean.
Another hammer fist landing to the head of Uchebu as round 1 is in the books.
Deep breaths now, Raf, start breathing. Raf, take a seat, take a seat. All right, Raf, a couple of deep breaths from here. And again, Raf, let's go. All right, Raf. Pressure for the first couple of minutes was really good. Okay, we've got to get back to that. Okay, I just got caught, don't worry about that too much. All right, but let's get back to that jab. All right, when he switches back to southpaw, what we're throwing? Head kicks.
All right, let's take a look here. Uchebu comes out really strong. He's countering the kicks beautifully. It looked like he was going to be in control. Here he goes. He tries to mix it in, moves along the fence, trying to get this takedown. Here's a fence grab, pulls him back up, and then lands that beautiful elbow. I don't like it, but I thought he was on his way down when I first saw it. Excuse me. And so I thought it might have been a little bit more egregious than it was.
Yeah, but you were right. I actually missed the fence grab initially, and you were all over it. So they're good eyes.
It's definitely part of the sequence for sure. I mean, worth noting. Oh,
He landed by Uchebu.
Some would say I have an eye like an eagle and see things.
Haven't heard that about you before, but now that you bring it up, I'll start paying more attention.
Now Kovanchuk has got the confidence after round 1.
really chipping away at that lead leg of Uchebu.
Oh, overhand right from Kovanchuk.
And I like that he threw a few pitter-pat shots out there first and then came with the big power. Well, these guys are starting to throw down here in round 2. I think Uchebu needs to get back on that front kick. It can keep him out at his range where I think he's more dangerous.
Yeah, that right high kick as well is one of Uchebu's better weapons.
It seems to me that he wants to start mixing in wrestling. He's pressuring him back up towards that fence. There he goes. Doesn't get the angle. Good job there. Ooh.
Kovanchek blitzes in for a moment.
Yeah, like you said, Paul, that's really nice by Kovanchek to be able to put together, string together those longer combinations, get inside on the much longer fighter, and to do that, he is going to have to put together 3-4 punches.
Yeah, and he's been doing a nice job. And again, they're not all big power shots. He doesn't throw himself off balance with each one of those shots. He uses them to close that distance, and then when he's in there within his range, he opens up with the power.
And they don't all have to land either.
Oh! He ate that.
Yeah, he sure did.
An active first 2 minutes of this second round. You're right about that front kick for Ucheibu. That really sets up everything for him, doesn't it?
And it keeps him out at his range. He's the longer guy in there, and he tries to fight a little longer. You can see Kovanchek, he wants to close that distance. He wants to get in tight, work his hands, cut angles, like he's got good head movement.
Problem is when he gets too close, Ucheibu just,
He opens up the wrestling.
Exactly.
Ucheibu coming off his first fight outside of England. That was in Dubai. Gets the slam here.
Nice mat return by Ucheibu, who's going to look to start to back right here.
He's going to try to roll for this knee.
Look for a knee bar.
Can he get up from this position?
Can't get the knee bar yet.
Yeah, he can't, exactly. The knee is not in the spot anymore, but he was starting to fish for a heel hook. Well done by Ucheibu to really sort of smash and stack on top of him.
Yeah, good pressure there to keep that leg out of danger. And now he's in a really good spot where he's folded that leg over almost 3/4 mount. He can start really looking to take the back fully if he wants.
Yep.
Now here's a bit of a chess match here, right? The hooks aren't fully in. Let's see if Kovanchek can scramble out.
Corner telling him to watch the arm bar.
Yep.
Beautiful job there.
Right into side control. And then half guard.
Nice elbow as well.
Shot.
I do like Kovanchek's ground and pound.
Oh,
when
yeah.
he does get these top
Nasty.
positions, he gets busy with it.
He's really smart about staying tight when he needs to, and then when he has an opportunity to land, I mean, he lands something of consequence.
Right, it doesn't have to be 18 shots, right? When you're in this position, when you're in half guard, if you can control, smother your opponent, wear them out, then crush an elbow, land a big right hand, right back to control, right back to your base, wear on them again. Then it's making them second guess the entire time. Oh, am I going to try to push on the hips and get up here and eat a giant elbow?
And there he is. There's that burst you were talking about.
He might be able to slide through here if he wants to. It's pretty wide open if he wants to push on the leg and slide through the mount, but he might like being right here in this position, holding on to that leg. I like it. Good fight so far, but Kovanchek seemingly in control.
Raf, let's take a seat. Couple of deep breaths. Right, breathe up now. Let's look at me, lad. Breathe again. Let's go. One more. Look up. Look strong. One more breathe. All right, Raf. This one could be two down here, right? Okay. We need to really take it to him now. We need to look for this finish. Now you're having more success on the feet. Okay. So let's keep it on the feet. We don't need to look to take him down right now.
Let's be ready for it. Watch the knees. Listen in, we need more than one. You're doing great when you do it. You catch them. Just throw one on the counter, you just splash. You're almost there. You're not getting that fucking backed up to the fence this fight. This the rest of this round, right? Staying off the fence. One more round, buddy. Let's go.
UFC Hall of Famer Robbie Lawler recounts UFC 189, one of the greatest events in MMA history. The series premiere of UFC Glory Days, a UFC and Fanatics original production debuting Wednesday on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, let's fight.
All right, round 3 is underway. The Ucheibu corner telling him to keep it on the feet. You don't need
beautiful!
He's done! It's over! Cody Kovanchuk getting it done! And Dana loves it.
Beautiful. Stunned him badly. You saw the legs just give out. Man, you gotta love it. These kids know how to finish these fights late. He started off this fight getting hit with some big shots. He worked his way right back into this and gets a big finish here.
Right off the bell, round 3. Watch this beautiful overhand right from Kovanchuk. Comes right over the jab, follows it up with the left. I mean, he came out to that round a man on a mission. He knew exactly what he was going to throw. Right hand, chases him down, left hook, that is all she wrote.
And what I love, too, is it was Uchobe that he was the one that needed to come out here and look for a finish, and it was Kovanchuk.
What a performance by the Canadian. Improves to 9-0 with the 4th professional knockout of his career. And no doubt the biggest here in Las Vegas. You see a little Mike Malott in him, Felder, his teammate there?
Yeah, just being really well-rounded, right? If it goes to the ground, he can grapple you, ground and pound, look for submission.